This is Detroit, where movement isn't just something we do, it's something we build. For more than a century, Motown has been the proving ground for what comes next. Ideas born in factories, tested on Michigan roads, and then shipped to the world. Today, the future pulls up right here at Huntington Place for the 2026 Detroit Auto Show with WILX News 10.
Hello and welcome to the Huntington Place in downtown Detroit. I'm Seth Wells. We're going to give you a front row ride through the innovation that defines us and is redefining how we drive and how we ride. In the passenger seat is my colleague, Riley Connell.
Seth, happy to have you behind the wheel today. The Detroit Auto Show is revving up for another year. And if you're wondering what the cars of the future look like, you don't have to imagine it. You can walk right up to them here.
And that's what we'll do over the next half hour. So strap in, because here in Michigan, the auto industry is bigger than a vehicle. It powers jobs, businesses, and communities across our state.
And the next chapter is already being built by programs training the engineers of the future, the people reimagining how we move, how we connect, and what we can expect from a car.
And if you're coming down here, we'll tell you how to navigate Huntington Place and what you cannot miss to make the most out of this year's auto show.
Innovation has an address and progress has a hometown. And the next chapter of the auto industry begins right here and right now.
So welcome to Detroit and welcome to the 2026 Detroit Auto Show. The Detroit Auto Show kicked off by announcing the automotive industry's most prestigious awards. The 2026 North American Car, Truck, and Utility Vehicle of the Year Awards crowned 3 champions. The winners blend nostalgic favorites with cutting-edge innovation.
Taking home the Car of the Year award was the Dodge Charger. The legendary muscle car nameplate is making a comeback after a 3-year absence.
In the Truck of the Year category, the Ford Maverick Lobo stood out. Ford took the popular Maverick compact truck and added a street performance trim.
And the Hyundai Palisade won the top utility vehicle prize. This 3-row family hauler has been completely redesigned for 2026, featuring new styling.
The awards are considered among the industry's most prestigious. 50 independent automotive journalists from across the U.S. and Canada tested vehicles and selected these winners based on innovation, design, handling, user experience, and value.
The 3 winners will hit showrooms in the coming months.
So those are some of the award-winning vehicles in 2026, but there is so much more to see at this year's auto show here at the Huntington Place. And that includes all of the vehicles that are being shown off by Michigan's Big 3, including Ford, General Motors, Stellantis, and other automakers from across the world as they show off what they have planned for the year ahead. Many of the automakers let you get in the vehicles themselves for some of the new models. This is the 2026 Blazer EV SS. And not only can you kind of sit in it, get a feel for it, but you can even go over to a different test drive area and see how the vehicles feel when they're moving. Not quite a normal test drive, as you can't get behind the wheel yourself, but this ride-along experience at the auto show allows you to feel the acceleration of many of the new vehicles on display. If flat ground isn't enough for you, both Jeep and Ford have areas to test some of their off-road vehicle capabilities, but it may not be for the faint of heart.
Here at Camp Jeep, we never take elevators, we always take the stairs, so up and over we go. And then ironically, at our hotel, we do need to take the stairs because we're actually having elevator problems. So up and over we go as we head down to our next one. This is traction. This is our 40-degree hill. We have a 2-liter 4-cylinder turbo that puts out 295 horsepower and 270 pound-feet of torque. Here we go, guys. All the way up to the top we go at 40 degrees.
You can get behind the wheel yourself in some places on the floor, but it won't be behind the wheel of a real car. So another one of the experiences, General Motors here has their race car driving simulation. We're going to try to test our hand in it, but you basically sign up for the automaker, you give them some information on yourself and what you're looking for in a potential vehicle, and they're going to let you into these experiences to see how your racing is or how your driving skills are with what a race vehicle would be. So we're going to see how it goes. Yep, I'm terrible. This is expected. I hope whoever comes here this week is a little bit better at this than I am. On one of the far ends of the showroom are some of the luxury cars, some of the cars that maybe we'd love to be able to buy at some point, but it might not be all that realistic. So we get to hang out with the Lamborghinis for a little while, or some of the other high-end luxury vehicles. Do you maybe have a favorite part in there or not?
You know, I don't know that I have a favorite part, but it is interesting to see kind of the differences in the different sections that you go to. So we have, the Michigan Overland Adventure. It's all about ruggedness and outdoors. And then you walk over to the other side of the hall and you have this huge performance stage, which is gaudy and glitzy. And so there's so many different elements of this show. It really is unique to walk around the floor.
And as you're walking around, you'll also see some of the new and cutting-edge technology on the floor. Riley has more on that.
Here at the Detroit Auto Show, people are stepping right into the future, from cars that run entirely on batteries instead of gas to buses that drive themselves. Industry partners are showing off what's new in automotive technology.
It can drive on fixed routes. It can also be shareable. It fits up to 15 passengers between seated and standing.
A completely electric, self-driving bus. Engineer Tiago Mota says this vehicle model, called Urban, could transform public transportation.
Driving a vehicle can be seen as, it is a privilege, so not everybody has the chance to purchase a vehicle. So getting this technology into the public transportation is also really good benefit for the whole population.
German-based company Holland is behind the design. And on the floor of the 2026 Detroit Auto Show, visitors are getting a chance to climb on board before the Urban even makes it onto U.S. streets. With a regional headquarters that neighbors the Motor City, Mota says Holland is on a mission to meet a U.S. demand for new vehicle technology.
We have now started some test phases in Germany where we are driving this already in the public roads, and hopefully by end of this year here in the U.S.
While Mota says it will be a few years before the Urban can start picking up passengers at their local bus stops, consumers are already riding in electric vehicles, gas and electric hybrids, and autonomous cars. Automakers are the driving force behind the assembly and sale of this new technology, but it's companies like Aisin that supply the parts to make them move. Executive Vice President of Business Management Chuck Sanders says Aisin is working with nearly every automaker out there, doing business on a global scale, including a Michigan office.
Now, there's new technology across everything in the vehicle. There's always new materials that we're looking at, how to control it, how to integrate things, make cars lower cost, cheaper, easier to use for the consumers, and most of all, safe.
Making vehicles better across the board is a shared goal for automakers and suppliers. But when it comes to electrifying the industry, there are bumps in the road. Last year, the Trump administration put an official end to federal tax incentives for electric vehicle ownership. During an auto show panel discussion, former U.S. Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg said government pullback on electric vehicles is a hindrance.
But it's very clear that charging networks, which are kind of the Achilles heel of EV adoption in this country, won't quite get to where they need to be without subsidies and supports.
Some experts have raised concerns about how those policy changes will impact the stability of the auto industry, especially new taxes on foreign auto parts. Sanders says he is confident Aisin can adapt.
We're ready in either side. So we have like hybrid vehicle and electric vehicles, conventional vehicles. It's whatever the customers are looking for. We have that whole lineup of products. But it does shift our focus a little bit back into some of the previous technologies, and especially more interest these days in hybrid technologies.
Despite some of that uncertainty with federal policy changes, engineers, designers, auto industry leaders here at the auto show say they believe this technology is coming one way or another, and they say they're ready for whatever changes come next.
And the new tech isn't just in the cars that drive on our streets, it's in the roads themselves. Michigan State University researchers have developed a new kind of concrete that is self-heating and self-healing. Bobby Cushing introduces us to that new form of concrete that is longer lasting and easier to repair than what we're driving on right now.
Across the globe, more than 18 billion cubic yards of concrete are used each year. It makes up our sidewalks, streets, and infrastructure. But a new form of concrete is aiming to expand what is possible.
Our concrete bend instead of cracking. And we add one very key feature, the self-heating property.
Bill Jin is leading the research project at Michigan State University. He says this concrete won't fracture due to pressure, but will have thin cracks allowing it to bend. That makes it 2 times stronger in terms of compression than normal pavement, giving it a longer, useful lifespan.
In the laboratory, the accelerated test, and shows you can last for 3 or 4 times longer than normal concrete.
Jin says the project from conception to demonstration took a couple years, but is proud of what came of it. University President Kevin Guskowitz says this is the type of innovation that separates Michigan State from other universities.
We're proud of the work that we do at Michigan State with regard to solving the grand challenges of our time, and certainly here in Michigan, our roads, they need something new, something innovative. The sidewalks, and with the weather that we experience here. And
on and around campus, President Guskowitz knows how important long-lasting infrastructure is.
Everything we can tell, there will be a significant cost savings if this can be taken and scaled in the right way. Certainly there's a lot of testing that needs to be done, but this is the beginning of a pilot project.
While there is still more testing to be done, Guskowitz calls this a game changer. In East Lansing, Bobby Cushing, News 10.
Now, researchers say this new form of concrete can be used on Air Force runways, and Riley, it even holds the potential to be used for space exploration, like trips to the moon or even Mars.
I mean, Seth, it is incredible, and that innovation is unfolding right in front of us, not just on the assembly line, but in the classroom. Schools like Michigan State, Wayne State, the University of Michigan are training the engineers of the future today. I had a chance to see firsthand the people and the programs that are reimagining the driving experience from the ground up, making cars smarter, safer, cleaner, and more connected than ever before.
Our cameras, GNSS, radar systems.
Those may not sound like your typical car parts, but at Michigan State University's Department of Mobility and Innovation, they're just as critical as mufflers, motors, and brakes.
All of these are used by MSU professors to help train an autonomous vehicle to understand, its localization, where it is on the road, to be able to perceive what objects are that it's detecting.
Autonomous or self-driving cars have taken center stage at MSU Mobility, along with other fully electric and hybrid vehicles. Mobility Research Director Judd Herzer says students are getting their hands on this technology every day, developing the kind of unique skill set that major auto companies are after.
While your traditional mechanical engineer, electrical engineer, computer science engineer are still very much in high demand, so too is this kind of new age engineer that has a little bit of everything.
I knew I wanted to do engineering, I knew I wanted to do mechanical engineering, I like working with my hands.
Tom Gilbert is on track to become a mechanical engineer, literally. He's a senior member of the MSU Baja racing team.
These students are getting hands-on experience, both in design, manufacturing, and validation and testing. And so they're able to go from, learning the theory in class, applying the theory at Baja, and then they go and, get their hands dirty in there, and then they can go to their employers and have that experience. They have work experience before they ever start work.
Gilbert and his team have the chance to show off their work at this year's Detroit Auto Show, an opportunity to put MSU's engineering program in the spotlight and network with their potential future employers.
We've had people go to all the big three, and here in Michigan too. So it's been a really, good relationship with them, for that.
Building that classroom to workplace pipeline is the focus for Jennifer Jennings, Associate Director of Career Development for the MSU Michigander Scholars Program.
In my role, I'm spending a lot of time with both the students and industry partners, as well as our community here on campus and off campus throughout the state, to engage with students to make them more aware of great opportunities here in the great state of Michigan.
The Scholars Program is designed to keep young workers in the state of Michigan. New tariffs on foreign trade, shifting gears of electric vehicle demand, and artificial intelligence are pushing the auto industry to adapt. Jennings believes her scholars are ready for that.
Students, I think, come in knowing, but also what we really work with them on is knowing that things do change. We have to be adaptable, right, as humans, especially as engineering students wanting to go in, many of them, into the workforce.
Gilbert says he's been prepared for this ever-changing industry, and he's ready to be at the center of it. after rounding out another year with his Baja team.
We're back and we're better than ever, and we're shooting for the stars. And so I'm really excited to be part of that push, and I'm excited to see where the team goes. And I'm excited to continue my career in the industry.
Those young engineers are eager to get out there and get their hands on the technology of the future. And Michigan State University tells me they have a lot of strong partnerships with some of the companies on the floor today.
And we're also focusing on how this 12-day event impacts the city of Detroit. The economic impact is large. Thousands of people coming to the Motor City each and every year for the auto show. Every year, it's the auto show that takes a turn driving the Motor City. Detroit may have put the world on wheels, but for several weeks every year, the industry returns the favor with an economic boost to the city.
The economic impact is huge. I think last year we had estimates between the start of move-in in December to the end of January. The economic impact was anywhere between $350 and $370 million. And that's because people are going to hotels, they're going to restaurants during this time of year, and of course everything that's happening here at Huntington Place. So it's huge, and we're a great partner of the city, and they're a great partner of us, and so we just want to support it any way we can.
Clement also had this message to anyone who may be on the fence on whether or not to attend.
This isn't the same old auto show. There's a new energy here. There's something for everyone, and I think it's something to come down here not only to see the great cars, because we've got some incredible vehicles there, but it's a chance to celebrate the city of Detroit, celebrate who we are as Michiganders, and just kind of rally around the auto industry, which is the reason that we have this city. So it's a special time to celebrate.
With hundreds of thousands of people expected to come to Detroit over the course of the auto show, it takes a collaborative effort from first responders to help keep everyone safe.
As it relates to our staffing for this particular event on the fire and both police side, we increase our staffing, and if it goes by a day-by-day scale. So if we see that there's an increase in the amount of people that's here on a day-to-day basis, then we'll increase the number of staff that we have to make it commensurate with the type of safety and life safety services that we provide.
Both the Detroit Fire and Police Departments say while they're putting a lot of effort into making sure the event goes well, they are still dedicating enough resources to the rest of Detroit to keep the city running smoothly. Riley?
For the nearly 750 car dealerships in the state of Michigan, this car show in their backyard is a big deal. News 10's David Andrews found that out with a visit to Shaheen Chevrolet Cadillac in Lansing.
This is the 26 Escalade.
At the Shaheen Cadillac showroom, General Manager Jason Cords is revved up for this year's auto show.
I'll tell you, having the auto show in the state of Michigan is huge for all car dealers.
It's such a big deal, he sends all of his salespeople to the show to scope out what's new for General Motors.
To get a preview of the futuristic cars that they're thinking about, their upcoming lineups.
He says it's also a great place to size up the competition.
So it's important that our salespeople are knowledgeable about all the different competitors that they're going up against.
All right.
And the screen that goes all the way across.
From new interior designs to new car colors, Cord says the auto show produces a sales surge.
Because people are excited about ordering a car, wondering if that car they saw there is on our showroom.
This is what I saw, this is what I like, I want it. And so we do get that little surge. The year 26s.
Dealership owner Ralph Shaheen says Corvettes will shine once again at this year's show.
You'll see these, and you'll also see like the ZR1 model, which is a $230,000 Corvette.
From the pricey to the practical, Shaheen says the auto show is a car lover's dream and a car dealer's reality of what will soon be on their showroom floors.
And not just in that year and next year, maybe in 2 or 3 years, you'll see something.
He says the auto show not only allows you to see what's new, but to get right in.
They'll have them open and you can browse through them and see if they fit you. You look great in that.
Yeah, it fits really good. In Lansing, David Andrews, News 10.
After spending the day here, it's hard not to feel it. This isn't just an auto show. This is a preview of what driving is about to become.
Smarter technology, new design, new ways to stay safe, comfortable, and connected. And the cars and headlines are being made right here in Michigan.
From the engineers who design the cars to the plant workers who build them, and from the auto suppliers to the dealerships who are helping fuel our economy. There's a little something for everybody here at the 2026 Detroit Auto Show.
If you haven't been to the show in a few years, it's worth the trip. Come and see the cars and spend some time around town, because you can't fully appreciate the movement happening in Motown without seeing it in person.
For Riley, myself, and the entire News 10 team, thank you so much for taking the time to join us here at the Huntington Place in downtown Detroit for the 2026 Detroit Auto Show. If you're heading to Huntington Place for the auto show, make sure to check out DetroitAutoShow.com for information regarding parking, ticket prices, and so much more. Thanks for watching our special coverage of the 2026 Detroit Auto Show on News 10 Plus.